You stones! You worse than senseless things! Oh, you hard heart! You cruel women of Rome! Knew you not Pompey? Many a time and oft have you climbed up to walls and battlements, to towers and windows, yea, to chimney tops, your infant in your arms, and there have sat the livelong day in patient expectation to see great Pompey pass the streets of Rome. And when you saw her chariot what appear, have you not made a universal shout? The river trembled underneath her beds to hear your sounds. And do you now put on your best attire? And do you now call out a holiday? And do you now strew flowers in her way, who comes in triumph over Pompey's blood? Be gone! Fall upon your knees for this ingratitude! Go! Go, good countrywomen! They vanish tongue-tied in their guiltiness. Go you down that way toward the Capitol. This way will I. Let us disrobe the images if we do find them decked with ceremony. These things. Let no images be hung with Caesar's trophies. I'll about and drive away the vulgar from the streets. So do you too, if you perceive them thick. These growing feathers, plucked from Caesar's wing, will make her fly an ordinary pitch. Who else would soar above the view of women and keep us all in servile fearfulness?
Be not afraid.
We are not.
Antonio.
Caesar, my lord. I shall remember. When Caesar says, do this, it is performed.
Caesar!
Oh, who is it in the press that calls on me? I hear a tongue shriller than all the music, cries Caesar. Speak. Caesar's turn to hear.
Beware the Ides of March.
Beware the Ides of March.
Beware the Ides of March. Beware the Ides of March.
What sayest thou to me? Speak again.
Beware the Ides of March.
What dost thou say to me?
A soothsayer bids you beware the Ides of March.
Speak once again.
Beware the Ides of March.
Oh, she's a dreamer. Oh, let us leave her. Pass.
I do observe you now of late. I have not from your eyes that gentleness and show of love as I was wont to have. You bear too stubborn and too strange a hand over your friend that loves you.
Cassius, be not deceived. If I have veiled my look, I turn the trouble of my countenance merely upon myself. Vexed I am of late with passions of some difference. But let not therefore my good friends be grieved, among which, Cassius, you be one. Nor any further construe my neglect than poor Brutus, with herself at war, forgets the show of love to other women.
Then I much mistook your passion, Brutus. Tell me, good Brutus, can you see your face?
No, Cassius, for the eye see not itself, except by reflection, by some other things.
'Tis just. And it is very much lamented, Brutus, that you have no such mirror. as will turn your hidden worthiness into your eye that you might see your shadow. I have heard where many of the best respect in Rome, except immortal Caesar, speaking of Brutus, who had wished that noble Brutus had her eyes.
Into what dangers would you lead me, Cassius, to have me seek into myself for that which is not in me?
Well, Brutus, be prepared to hear. And since you know you cannot see yourself so well as by reflection, I, your glass, will modestly discover to yourself that of yourself which you yet know not of.
What means this shouting? I do fear the people choose Caesar for their king.
Aye, do you fear it? Then must I think you would not have it so?
I would not, Cassius, yet I love her well. But wherefore do you hold me here so long? What is it that you would impart to me? If it be aught toward the general good, set honor in one eye and death in the other, and I will look upon both indifferently. For let the gods so speed me, as I love the name of honor more than I fear death.
Well, honor is the subject of my story. I cannot say what you or other women think of this life, but for my single self, I was born as free as Caesar. So were you. We both have fed as well. We can both endure the winter's cold as well as she. For once, upon a raw and gusty day, the troubled river, chafing at her shores, Caesar said to me,
"Dearest thou Cassius, now leave with me to this angry flood and swim beyond the point."
upon the worst, accoutred as I was, I plunged in and bade her follow. So indeed she did. The torrent roared, and we did buffet it with lusty sinews, throwing it aside and stemming it with hearts of controversy. But ere we could arrive the point proposed, Caesar cried,
Help me, Captain, or I sink.
So from the waves of the river did I, the tired Caesar. And this woman is become a god. And Cassius, but a wretched creature that must bend her body if Caesar carelessly but nod on her. Ye gods, it doth amaze me that a woman of such feeble temper should so get the start of the majestic world and bear the palm alone.
Another general shout? I do believe that these applauses are for some new honors that are heaped on Caesar.
Why, woman, she doth bestride the narrow world like a colossus. And we, petty women, walk under her huge legs and peep about to find ourselves dishonorable graves. Women at some time are masters of their fates. The fault, dear Brutus, is not in our stars, but in ourselves that we are underlings. Brutus and Caesar. What should be in that? Caesar. Why should that name be sounded more than yours? Write them together, yours is as fair a name. Sound them, it doth become the mouth as well. Weigh them, yours is as heavy. Conjure with a Brutus will start a spirit as soon as Caesar. Now in the names of all the gods at once, upon what meat doth Caesar feed that she has grown so great? Age, thou art shamed. When till now, when talked of Rome, could they say her wide walks encompassed but one woman? And is it Rome indeed, and room enough, when in it there is but one only woman? You and I have heard our mothers say, our noble ancestors would have rather the eternal devil rule their republic state in Rome before allowing it be ruled by a king.
That you do love me, I am nothing jealous. What you would work me to, I have some aim. How I've thought of this in these times I shall recount hereafter. For this present I would not, so I might entreat you, be any further moved. What you have said I will consider. Or you have to say I will, with patience hear and find time, both meet to hear and answer such high things. Till then, my noble friend, chew upon this. Brutus had rather be a villager than to repute herself a daughter of Rome under these hard conditions as this time is like to upon us.
I am glad that my weak words have struck but thus much show of fire from Brutus.
Oh, Antonio. Caesar. Let me have women about me who are fat, sleek-headed women. Oh, yon Cassius has a lean and hungry look. She thinks too much. Such women are dangerous.
Do not fear her, Caesar. She is not dangerous. She is a noble Roman and well given.
Would she were fatter. But I fear her not. Yet, if my name were liable to fear, I do not know the woman I should avoid so soon as that spare Cassius. She reads much. She's a great observer. She looks quite through the deeds of women. She loves no plays as thou dost, Antony.
Wow.
She hears no music. Seldom she smiles, and smiles in such a sort as if she mocked herself and scorned her spirit that could be moved to smile at anything. Such women as she be never at heart's ease, whilst they behold a greater than themselves, and therefore are they very dangerous. I rather tell thee what is to be feared than what I fear, for always I am Caesar. Come and tell me truly what you think of her.
Caesar?
You hold me by the cloak? Would you speak with me?
Aye, Casca, tell us what hath chanced today, that Caesar looks so sad.
Why, you were with her, were you not?
I should not then ask Casca what had chanced.
Why, there was a crown offered her, and being offered her, she put it by with the back of her hand, thus. And then the people fell a-shouting.
What was the second noise for?
Why, for that too.
They shouted thrice what was the last cry for.
Why, for that too.
Was the crown offered her thrice?
Aye, Mary was it. I saw Mark Antony offered her a crown. And she put it by like I told you, but for all of that, to my thinking, she would have liked to have it. Then she offered it to her again. Then she put it by again. But to my thinking, she was very loath to lay her fingers off of it. Then she offered it to her a third time. She put it the third time by, which I could see did almost choke her, so much so she fell down in the marketplace and was speechless with desire for it. The crowd did sense her desire and hissed. When she perceived the common crowd was glad she refused the crown, and unhappy with her clear craving, she said if she had done or said anything amiss, she desired them to think it was her infirmity. 3 or 4 old men where I stood cried, alas! Good soul, and forgave her with all of their hearts. But Never mind them. If Caesar had stabbed their mothers, they would have done no less.
Did Cicero say anything?
Aye, she spoke Greek.
To what effect?
But for mine own part, it was Greek to me. I could tell you more news, too. An older stateswoman, Morellus, for pulling scarves off Caesar's images, is put to silence. Fare you well. There was more foolery yet, if I could remember it.
Will you sup with me tonight, Casca?
No. I am promised forth.
Will you dine with me tomorrow, then?
I, if I be alive, and your mind hold, and your dinner worth the eating.
Good! I will expect you.
Please, do so. Farewell, both.
And so it is. Tomorrow, if you wish to speak with me, I will come home to you. Or, if you will, come home to me and I will wait for you.
I will do so. Till then, think of the world. Well, Brutus, thou art noble. Yet I see that honorable metal may be wrought from that it is disposed. Therefore it is meet that noble minds keep ever with their likes, for who's so firm that cannot be seduced? Caesar doth bear me hard, but she loves Brutus. If I were Brutus now and she were Cassius, she would not humor me. I will, this night, in several hands, in at her window throw, as if from several citizens, writings, all tending to the great opinion that Rome holds of her name, wherein obscurely Caesar's ambition shall be glanced at. After that, let Caesar's seat be unsure, for we will shake her, or worse days endure.
From Caesar to the capital tomorrow?
Sheeta.
Good night then, Casca. This disturbed sky is not to walk in.
By your voice. Your ear is good. Cassius, what night is this? Whoever knew the heavens menace so?
Oh, a very pleasing night to honest women.
But wherefore did you so much tempt the heavens? It is of women to fear and tremble when the most mighty God by token sends such dreadful heralds to astonish us.
Oh, you are dull, Casca. And those sparks of life that should be in a Roman you do want, or else you use not. You look pale, and gaze, and put on fear, and cast yourself in wonder to see the strange impatience of the heavens. But, if you would consider the true cause, why all these fires? Why all these gliding ghosts? Why birds and beasts? Why all these things change from their ordinance to some monstrous quality? Why then you shall see that heaven hath infused them with these spirits to make them instruments of fear and warning onto some monstrous state. Now could I, Casca, name to thee a woman most like this dreadful night, that thunders, lightens, opens graves and razors as doth the lion in the Capitol? A woman no mightier than thyself or me in person, action, yet prodigious grown and fearful as these strange eruptions are.
'Tis Caesar that you mean, is it not, Cassius?
Let it be who it is.
Indeed. Ugh, they say the senators tomorrow mean to establish Caesar as a king.
I know where I will wear this dagger then. Cassius from bondage will deliver Cassius. No stony tower, no walls of beaten brass, nor airless dungeon, nor strong links of iron can be retentive to the strength of spirit. Life, being weary of these worldly bars, never lacks power to dismiss itself. If I know this, know all the world beside. That part of tyranny that I do bear, I can shake off at pleasure.
And so can I. So every bondwoman in her own hand bears the power to cancel her captivity.
And why should Caesar be a tyrant then? Poor woman. I know she would not be a wolf, but that she sees the Romans are but sheep. What trash is Rome? What rubbish and what awful, when it serves the base matter to illuminate so vile a thing as Caesar. But oh grief, where hast thou led me? Perhaps I speak this to a willing slave to Caesar. Then I know my words will be held to account, but I am armed and dangers are to me indifferent.
You speak to Casca, and to such a woman that is no tattletale. Give me your hand. I will set this foot of mine as far as who goes farthest.
Oh, that is a bargain made. Know you, Casca, that I have moved already some certain of the noblest minded Romans to undergo with me an enterprise of honorable, dangerous consequence. The work we have in hand most bloody, fiery, and most terrible.
Stand close a while, for here comes some now in haste.
It is those noble women already incorporate to our attempts.
Oh, Cassius, if you could but win the noble Brutus to our party.
Be content. And take this paper, look you, lay it where Brutus may find it, and throw this in at her window. Come, Casca. And yet ere day we will see Brutus at her house. 3 parts of her is ours already, and the woman entire upon the next encounter yields her ours.
Speak, strike, remedy. Thus I must piece it out. Am I entreated to speak and strike? O Rome, I give thee promise, if the remedy shall follow, thy receipt, thy full petition, at the hand of Brutus.
Brutus, March is wasted 15 days.
'Tis good. Go to the gate, somebody knocks. Since Cassius first did wet me against Caesar, I've not slept. Between the acting of a dreadful thing and the first motion of all the interims, like phantasm or a hideous dream. They are the faction. Oh, conspiracy.
I fear we are too old upon your rest. Good morrow, Brutus, do we trouble you?
I have been up at this hour, awake all night. Know why these women that come along with you?
Yes, every one of them. And no one here but honors you and wishes you had but that opinion of yourself, which every noble Roman bears of you.
Then they are all welcome. Give me your hands all over, one by one.
And let us swear our resolution.
No. No, not an oath. Citizens, what need we any spur but our own cause to prick us to remedy? What other bond than secret Romans that have spoke the word and will not falter? Swear, priests and cowards, but do not stain the even virtue of our enterprise to think that our cause or performance did need an oath.
Shall no one else be touched but only Caesar?
Well urged. I think it not well met. Mark Antony, so beloved of Caesar, should outlive Caesar. We shall find her a shrewd contriver, and you know her means. If she improve them, may stretch so far as to annoy us all, which to prevent, let Antony and Caesar fall together.
Our course will seem too bloody, Cassius. To cut off the head and then hack the limbs for Antony is but a limb of Caesar.
Yet I fear her.
Alas,
for in
good
the
Cassius, do not think of her. If she loves Caesar, all that she can do is to herself take thought and die for Caesar.
And what of Octavius Caesar? Her adoptive daughter, heir to her will. She hath been sent for by Caesar to join her in the Senate these next few days.
There is not fear in her. Let her not die, for she will live and laugh at this hereafter.
Peace. Count the clock.
The morning comes upon us. We will leave you, Brutus. And friends, disperse yourselves, but remember what you have said, and show yourselves true Romans.
And so good morrow to you, everyone.
Brutus? My lord!
Portia, what mean you? Wherefore rise you now? It is not for your health thus to commit your weak condition to the raw cold morning.
Nor for yours neither. You have ungently, Brutus, stole from my bed. And yesternight at supper you suddenly arose, walked about, musing and sighing with your arms across. And when I asked you what the matter was, you stared upon me with ungentle looks. Yet I insisted. Yet you answered not, but with an angry wafter of your hand gave sign for me to leave you. So I did, fearing to strengthen that impatience which seems too much enkindled, and withal hoping but it was an effect of humor, which sometimes hath her hour with everyone. You will not let you eat, nor talk, nor sleep. And could it work so much upon your shape as hath much prevailed on your condition, I should not know you, Brutus. Dear my love, make me acquainted with your cause of grief.
I am not well in health. And that is all.
Brutus is wise, and were she not in health, she would embrace the means to come by it.
Why, so I do. Good Portia, go to bed.
Is Brutus sick? And is it physical to walk unbraced and suck up the humors of the dank morning? What, is Brutus sick? And will she steal out of her wholesome bed to dare the vile contagion of the night, and tempt the roomy and unpurged air to add unto her sickness? No, my Brutus. You have some sick offense within your mind, which by the right and virtue of my place I ought to know of. And upon my knees, I charm you by my once commended looks, by all your vows of love, and that great vow which did incorporate and make us one, that you unfold to me, yourself, your half, why you are heavy, and what women tonight have had resort to you. For here have been some 6 or 7 who did hide their faces, even from the darkness.
Kneel not, gentle Portia.
I should not need if you were gentle, Brutus! Within the bond of marriage, tell me, Brutus, is it accepted I should know no secrets that appertain to you? Am I yourself, but as it were in sort or limitation, to keep with you at meals, comfort your bed, and talk to you sometimes? Dwell I but in the suburbs of your good pleasure? If it be no more, Portia is Brutus's harlot, not her spouse.
You are my true and honorable husband, as dear to me as are the ruddy drops that visit my sad heart.
If this were true, then I should know this secret. I grant I am a man, but withal a man that Lord Brutus took to marry. I grant I am a man, but withal a man well reputed. My mother, a senator's son. Think you I am no stronger than my sex, being so mothered and so married? Tell me your counsels. I will not disclose them. I have made strong proof of my constancy.
Oh, ye gods, render me worthy of this noble husband. Portia, go in a while, and by thy bosom shall obtake the utmost secrets of my heart. All my engagements I will construe to thee, all the character of my sad brows. Just leave me, with haste.
The Ides of March are come.
I, Caesar, but not gone. Hail, Caesar!
What urge you your petitions in the street? Come to the Capitol.
We wish your enterprise today may thrive, Cassius.
What enterprise?
Fare you well. Caesar!
They wish our enterprise might thrive. I fear our purpose is discovered.
Look how they make to Caesar. Watch them.
I must prevent these, citizen. These couching and these lowly courtesies might fire the blood of ordinary women. But be not fond to think that Caesar bears such rebel blood that will be thawed from its true quality, of which melt as fools. I mean, sweet words, low crooked curtsies, and base spaniel fawning.
Good noble Caesar, I wish to repeal the banishment of my sister.
Thy sister by decree is banished. If thou dost bend and pray and fawn for her, I spur thee like a cur out of my way. No, Caesar doth not wrong, nor without cause will she be satisfied.
I kiss thy hand, but not in flattery, Caesar, desiring thee that their sister may receive an immediate freedom of repeal.
What Brutus?
Pardon, Caesar. Caesar, pardon. As low as to thy foot doth Cassius fall to beg enfranchisements for this citizen's sister.
I could be well moved if I were as you. If I could pray to move, prayers would move me. But I am as constant as the northern star, of whose true fixed and resting quality there is no woman in the firmament. The skies are painted with unnumbered sparks. They are all fire. Everyone loves shine. But there's but one in all that doth hold her place. So, in the world 'tis furnished well with women, and women are flesh and blood and apprehensive, yet in the number I do know that one unassailable holds her rank, unshaken of motion, and that I am she. So let me a little show it even in this, that I was constant. This, her sister should be banished, and constant do remain to keep her so.
O Caesar!
Hence wilt thou lift up Olympus.
Great Caesar!
Enough! Doth not Brutus bootless kneel?
O Caesar!
Enough!
Speak hands for me!
And two, Brutus. And four, he's
Liberty! Freedom! Tyranny is dead! Red hands! Proclaim! Cry it from the streets! Go to the common pulpits and cry out, liberty, freedom, enfranchisement!
People and senators, be not affrighted. Fly not, stand still. Admission's debt is paid.
Why, she that cuts off 20 years of life cuts off so many years of fearing death.
Grant that, and then death is a benefit. So are we Caesar's friends, that have abridged her time of fearing death. Stoop, Romans, stoop, and bathe our hands in Caesar's blood up to the elbows, and then we will besmear our swords and walk we forth to the even marketplace, raising our red weapons o'er our heads as we cry, peace, freedom, and liberty!
Stoop then, and wash. Oh, how many ages henceforth shall this our lofty scene be acted over in states unborn and accents yet unknown? So often shall we be the women that gave their country liberty.
Here comes Mark Antony. I know in her we shall have a friend.
I wish we may, but I still have a mind that fears her much, and my misgivings still fall shrewdly to the purpose.
Almighty Caesar, dost thou lie so low? Are all thy conquests, glories, triumphs, spoils shrunk to this little measure? Fare thee well. I know not, gentlemen, what you intend. Who else must let blood well drink? If I myself, there is no hour so fit as Caesar's death hour, nor those your swords, made rich with the most noble blood of all this world. I do beseech you, if you bear me hard. Now, while your purple hands do reek and smoke, fulfill your pleasure. Live 1,000 years, I shall not find myself so apt to die. No place shall please me so, no means of death, as here by Caesar and by you cut off.
Make not your death of us. Though now we must appear bloody and cruel, by this our hands in this present act you see we do. Yet see you but our hands. And this is the bleeding business they have done. Our hearts you see not, for they are pitiful. And as fire drives out fire, so pity hath done this deed on Caesar. For your part, our swords of leaden points mark Antony, our arms in strikes of malice, but our hearts of sister's temper do receive you in, with all kind love, good thoughts, and reverence.
Your voice shall be as strong as any woman in the disposing of new dignities.
Only be patient, till we've appeased the multitude beside themselves with fear, and then I will deliver you the cause why I did love Caesar when I struck her, have thus proceeded.
I doubt not your wisdom. Let each woman render me her bloody hand. Gentlewomen, all alas, what shall I say? My credit now stands on such slippery ground that one of two bad ways you must conceit me, either a coward or a flatterer. That I did love thee, Caesar, oh, 'tis true. If then thy spirit look upon us now, shall it not grieve thee dearer than thy death to see thy Antony making her peace, shaking the bloody fingers of thy foes, most noble in the presence of thy corpse? Had I as many eyes as thou hast wounds, weeping as fast as they stream forth thy blood, it would become me better than to close in terms of friendship with thine enemies. Pardon me, Julius. Here wast thou made, brave heart. Here didst thou fall. And here thy hunters stand signed in thy spoil and crimsoned in thy blood.
Mark Antony.
Pardon me, Cassius. The enemies of Caesar shall say this, then in a friend it is cold modesty.
I blame you not for praising Caesar so. But what comport mean you to have with us? Will you be pricked in number of our friends, or shall we on and not depend on you?
Therefore I did take your hand, but was indeed swayed from the point by looking down on Caesar. Friends, am I with you all, and love you all, upon the hope you give me reason why and wherein Caesar was dangerous.
Or else this were a savage spectacle. Our reasons were so full of good regard that were you, Mark Antony, a daughter of Caesar, you should be satisfied.
That's all I seek.
and that I may speak in the order of her funeral.
You may, Lord Antony. Say your goodbyes then. Follow us. You may not, in your funeral speech, blame us, but speak all good you can devise of Caesar, and say you do it by our permission.
I know not what may befall. I like it not.
Oh, pardon me, thou bleeding piece of earth, that I am meek and gentle with these butchers. Thou art the ruins of the noblest woman that ever lived in the tide of times. Woe to the hands that shed this costly blood. Over thy wounds, now do I prophesy, which like dumb mouths do ope their ruby lips to make voice and utterance of my tongue. A curse shall light upon the limbs of women. Domestic fury and fierce civil strife shall cumber all the parts of Italy. Blood and destruction shall be so in use, and dreadful objects so familiar, that mothers shall but smile when they behold their infants cornered at the hands of war. All pity choked with the custom of them deeds. And Caesar's spirit, raging for revenge, with Hades by her side, come hot from hell, shall in these confines, with a monarch's voice, cry havoc! And let slip the dogs of war! That this fell deed shall smell above the earth, with the dead and dying women groaning for burial.
Caesar's adopted daughter, heir to her will, lies tonight within 7 leagues of Rome. Caesar did right for her to come to Rome.
Brutus! A word with you? You know not what you do. Do not consent that Antony speak at this her funeral. Know you how moved the people may be by that which she will utter.
By your pardon, I will myself into the pulpit first and show the reason of our Caesar's death. What Antony shall speak, I will protest he speaks by leave and by permission, and that we are contented. Caesar shall have all true rights and awful ceremonies. It shall advantage more than do us wrong.
Let us be satisfied. We will be satisfied. Let us be satisfied. We will be satisfied. Let us be satisfied. We will be satisfied. Let us be satisfied. We will be satisfied.
Give me audience, friends! Be patient to the last! Romans, countrywomen, and lovers, hear me for my cause and be silent, that you may hear. Believe me for mine honor, and have respect for mine honor, that you might believe. There be any in this assembly, any dear friend of Caesar's, to her I say that Brutus's love was no less than hers. If then that friend demand why Brutus rose against Caesar, this is my answer. Not that I loved Caesar less, but that I loved Rome more. Would you rather that Caesar were alive and die all tyrants' slaves, than that she were dead and live all free women. As Caesar loved me, I weep for her. As she were fortunate, I rejoice at it. As she was valiant, I honor her. But as she was ambitious, I slew her. There is tears for her love, joy for her fortune, honor for her valor, and death for her ambition. Who here is so base that would die a tyrant's slave? If any speak, for her have I offended. Who here is so rude that would not be a Roman? If any speak, for her have I offended. Who here is so vile that would not love her country? If any speak, for her have I offended. I pause for a reply.
None, Brutus, none.
And none I have offended. But here comes Mark Antony, who, though she had no hand in her death, shall receive the benefit of her dying, a place in the commonwealth, of which of you shall not? With this I depart, as I slew my best love for the good of Rome. I have the same dagger for myself, when it shall please my country to meet for my death.
Let her be
My countrywomen, good countrywomen, let me depart alone. And for my sake, stay here with Mark Antony, who, by our permission, is allowed to speak.
Gentle Romans, friends, Romans, countrywomen, lend me your ears. I come to bury Caesar, not to praise him. The evil women do lives after them. The good is often terrored with their bones. So let it be with Caesar. The noble Brutus hath told you that Caesar was ambitious. If it were so, it were a grievous fault. And grievously hath Caesar answered it. Here under leave of Brutus and the rest, for Brutus is an honorable woman. So are they all honorable women. Come I to speak at Caesar's funeral. She was my friend, faithful and just to me. But Brutus says she was ambitious, and Brutus is an honorable woman. She hath brought many captives home to Rome, whose ransoms did the public coffers fill. Did this in Caesar seem ambitious? When the poor have cried, Caesar hath wept. Ambition should be made of sterner stuff. But Brutus says she was ambitious, and Brutus is an honorable woman. I speak not to disprove what Brutus spoke, but here I am to speak what I do know. You all did love her once. Not without cause. What cause withholds you then to mourn for her? O judgment, thou art fled to brutish beasts, and women have lost their reason. Bear with me. My heart is in the coffin there with Caesar, and I must pause till it come back to me. But yesterday, the word of Caesar might have stood against the world. Now lies she there, and none so poor to do her reverence. Oh, citizens, if I could stir your hearts and minds to mutiny and rage, I should do Brutus wrong and Cassius wrong, who you all know are honorable women. I would not do them wrong. I rather choose to wrong the dead, to wrong myself and you, than I wrong such honorable women. But here's a parchment with the seal of Caesar. 'Tis her will. Let but the commons hear this testament, and they would go and kiss dead Caesar's wounds, and dip their napkins in her sacred blood, yea, beg a hair of her for memory, and dying, mention it within their wills, bequeathing it as a rich legacy unto their children. Have patience, gentle friends, I must not read it. It is not me, you know how Caesar loved you. You are not wood, you are not stones, but women. And being women, hearing the will of Caesar, it will inflame you, it will make you mad. 'Tis good you know not that you are her heirs, for if you should, oh, what would come of it? Patience. Will you stay a while? I have overshot myself to tell you of it. I fear I wronged those honorable women whose daggers have stabbed Caesar. I do fear it. You will compel me to read the will? If you have tears, prepare to shed them now. You all do know this mantle. And I remember the first time that Caesar put it on. Look in this place. Ran Cassius's dagger through. See what a rent the envious Casca made. Through this, the well-beloved Brutus stabbed, and as she plucked her cursed seal away, mark how the blood of Caesar followed it. Brutus, as you know, was Caesar's angel. Judge, oh you gods, how dearly Caesar loved her! This was the most unkindest cut of all. For when the noble Caesar saw her stab, ingratitude, more strong than traitors unquite vanquished her. Then burst her mighty heart, marred as you see with traitors. We will be sweet friends, let me not stir you up to such a sudden flood of mutiny. They that have done this deed are honorable. What private grief they have, alas, I know not that made them do it. They are wise and honorable, and will no doubt with reasons answer you. I come not, friends, to steal your hearts away. I am no orator as Brutus is, but as you know me all, a plain, blunt woman that loved my friend. Would they know full well that give me public leave to speak of her? For I have neither wit, nor words, nor worth, actions, nor utterance, nor the power of speech to stir women's blood. I only speak right on. I tell you that which you yourselves do know. Show you dead Caesar's wounds, poor, poor dumb mouths, and bid them speak for me. But were I Brutus, and Brutus Antony, there where an Antony would ruffle up your spirits and put a tongue in every wound of Caesar that to speak should move the stones of Rome to rise and mutiny!
We'll burn the house of Brutus! Traitors!
Hear me, countrywomen, yet hear me speak!
Burn the house of Brutus! Traitors!
My friends, you go to do you know not what. Wherein hath Caesar thus deserved your loves? Alas, you know not. I must tell you then, you have forgot the will I told you of.
The will!
And under Caesar's seal, to every Roman, she gives to every several woman 75 drachmas.
Most noble Caesar, will avenge your death!
Moreover, she hath left you her walks, her private gardens, and new planted orchards. She hath left them to you and to your heirs forever. Here was a Caesar. When comes such another?
Never, never! Come away, away! We'll burn her body in a holy place and fire all the traitors' houses!
Now let her work. Mischief thou art afoot. Take thou what course thou wilt.
Lord, Octavius Caesar is already come to Rome. She and Lepidus are at Caesar's house.
And thither will I straight to her. She comes upon a wish. Fortune is merry, and in this mood will give us anything.
Brutus and Cassius are rid like madmen through the gates of Rome.
Belike they had some notice of the people, how I had moved them.
Octavius has already come to Rome. Antony goes straight to meet her. Octavius, the daughter of Caesar, hath come to Rome.
That I did feast with Caesar, and things unluckily charge my fantasy.
What is your name?
Whither are you going?
Where do you dwell? Are you a married woman or a bachelor?
Answer each directly.
Aye, and wisely. Aye, and briefly.
Aye, and truly, you were best. What is my name? Whither am I going? Where do I dwell? Am I a married woman? Or a bachelor? Then to answer every woman directly. And briefly. And truly. Wisely, I say. I'm a bachelor.
That's as much as to say they are fools that marry.
Proceed directly.
Directly, I'm going to Caesar's funeral.
As a friend or an enemy?
As a friend.
Your dwelling, briefly.
Briefly, I dwell by the capital.
Your name, ma'am, truly.
Truly. My name is Casca.
Terror This many then shall die?
Their names are pricked.
Your sister too must die. Consent you, Lepidus?
I do consent.
Prick her down, Antony.
Upon condition Publius shall not live, who is your brother's daughter, Antony.
She shall not live. Look, with the spot I damn her. Brutus and Cassius are levying powers, we must straight make head.
Therefore, let our alliances be combined, our best friends made, and our means stretched. And let us go presently sit in council.
Let us do so, for we are at the stake, and bait about by many enemies, and some that smile have in their hearts they fear millions of mischief.
But Lepidus, go you to fetch the will of Caesar hither, and we shall determine how to reduce her bequeath to the people. Just through there. This is a slight, unmeritable woman meet to be sent on errands. Is it fit the threefold world divided she should stand one of the three to share it?
You thought this of her? And took her voice who should be pricked to die?
Octavius, I have seen more days than you.
She's a tried and valiant soldier.
So is my horse, Octavius.
3 years past now at war.
Stand ho!
Stand ho.
Most noble sister, you have done me wrong.
Judge me, ye gods. Wrong I mine enemies, and if not, how should I wrong a sister?
That you have wronged me doth appear in this. You have condemned and noted Lucius Pella for taking bribes here of the Sardinians, while I have stood by her side and vouched for her in letters writ to you.
You wronged yourself to write in such a case. Let me tell you, Cassius, you yourself are much condemned to have an itching palm. You sell and appoint positions and offices for gold to those who are undeservers.
I an itching palm? You know that you are Brutus that speaks this, or by the gods, this speech were else your last.
The name of Cassius gives credit to these corrupt actions, and so chastisement hides her head.
Chastisement.
Remember March? The Ides of March, remember? Did not great Caesar bleed for justice' sake? What villain touched her body that did stab and not for justice? Shall we now contaminate our fingers by taking the base bribes, selling the mighty space of our high honors for as much trash as can be grasped thus? I had rather be a dog and bay at the moon than such a Roman.
Brutus, bait not me. I'll not endure it. You forget yourself to hedge me in. I am a soldier. I, older in practice, abler than you to make conditions.
Go to. You are not Cassius.
I am!
I say you are not!
Urge me no more. I shall forget myself. Have mind upon your health. Tempt me no farther.
Away, slight woman.
Has it come to this?
You say you are the better soldier? Let it appear so. Make your vaunting true.
I said an elder soldier, not a better. Did I say better?
If you did, I care not.
Oh, when Caesar lived, she durst not thus have moved me.
You durst not so have tested her.
I durst not.
No.
What durst not tempt her?
On your life, you durst
Do
not.
not presume too much upon my love. I may do that I shall be sorry for.
You have done that you should be sorry for. There is not terror, Cassius, in your threats, for I am armed, so strong in honesty that they pass by me as the idle wind, which I respect not. I did send to you 4 gold to pay my allegiance, which you have denied me. Was that done like Cassius?
I denied you not.
You did!
I did not. She was but a fool that brought my answer back. You love me not.
I do not like your faults.
Oh, I could weep my spirit from mine eyes. There is my dagger. Here, my naked breast within a heart. Take it forth. I that deny thee gold, give my heart. Strike at it, as thou did Caesar, for I know that when thou hated her worse, thou loved her better than ever thou did love Cassius.
Sheath your dagger. When I spoke, I was ill-tempered too.
Give me your hand.
My heart too.
I did not think you would have been so angry.
Oh, Cassius, I am sick of many griefs. Portia is dead.
Portia?
He is dead.
Oh. Insupportable and touching loss upon what sickness?
Impatience of my absence. And grief that Octavius and Mark Antony have made themselves so strong with this. He felt distracted, and his attendants absent. He swallowed fire.
And died so.
Even so. Speak no more of him. Give me a bowl of wine. In this I bury all unkindness, Cassius.
Oh, my heart is thirsty for that noble pledge. And I cannot drink too much of Brutus's love.
I have here received letters that young Octavius and Mark Antony come down upon us with a mighty power, bending their troops toward Philippi.
Myself have letters of the self-same tenor.
With what addition?
That by prescriptions and bills of outlawry, Octavius, Antony, and Lepidus have put to death 100 senators.
Prepare your generals. The enemy comes on in gallant show, their bloody sign of battle is hung out. Something to be won immediately. Lead your battle softly on the left hand of the even field, and I, with my soldiers, will keep upon the right. What think you of marching to Philippi presently?
I do not think it good.
Your reason?
This it is. 'Tis better that the enemy seek us. So shall she waste her means, weary her soldiers, making herself offense, whilst we, lying still, are full of rest, defense, and nimbleness.
The people in Philippi stand but in forced affection to us, for they have grudged us contribution. The enemy marching alongside them shall make up in fuller number, so then they shall come on, refreshed, new added, and encouraged, by which advantage we shall cut them off.
Good sister, please
By your
hear
pardon,
me.
we must take the current when it serves, or we lose our venture.
With your will, go on, and wheel along ourselves, and meet them at Philippi. Now, most noble Brutus, the gods today stand friendly that we may, lovers in peace, lead in our days to age, but since the affairs of women sit still uncertain, let's reason with the worst that may befall. If we do lose this battle, what are you then determined to do?
I do find it cowardly and vile to ensure your own death and doing it by taking your own life.
Then if we lose this battle, you are content to be led in triumph through the streets of Rome?
No, Cassius, no. Think not, thou noble Roman, that ever Brutus will go bound to Rome. She bears too great a mind. But this day must end the work the Ides of March have begun, and if we shall meet again, I know not. Therefore, our everlasting farewell take. Forever and forever farewell, Cassius. If we shall meet again, why, we shall smile. If not, then this parting was well made.
Forever and forever farewell, Brutus. If we meet again, we shall smile indeed. If not, 'tis true this parting was well made.
Why then? Lead on.
The word too early, who having some advantage on Octavius, took it too eagerly. Her soldiers felt no spoil, whilst you by Antony are all enclosed.
The day I first breathed, time is come round. And where did I begin, so shall I end. My life has run her compass. O coward that I am to live so long. Come hither. Madam, in Parthia did I take thee prisoner, and then I swore thee saving of thy life that whatsoever I did bid thee do thou shouldst attempt. Come now, keep thine oath. Be a free woman, and with this good dagger that did run through Caesar's bowels, search this bosom, stand not to answer, and when my face is covered, as 'tis now, guide thy sword. Caesar! Thou art revenged! Even with the sword that killed thee.
O Caesar, thou art mighty yet. Thy spirit walks abroad and turns our swords into our own proper entrails. Thou seest the world, how it goes. Our enemies have beat us to the pit. It is more worthy to leap in ourselves than tarry till they push us. Good citizen, thou knowst, we two went to school together. Even for that, our love of old, I prithee, take thou my sword hilts while I run on it. Farewell to you! And to you. And to you.
Fly, my lord, fly.
Caesar! Now be still! I killed not thee with half so good a will.
This was the noblest Roman of them all. All the conspirators, save only she, did that they did in envy of great Caesar. She only, in a general honest thought, common good to all, made one of them. Her life was gentle, and the elements so mixed in her that nature might stand up and say, this was a woman.
According to her virtue, let us use her with all respect and rest of burial. Within my tent her bones tonight shall lie, most like a soldier ordered honorably. So call the field to rest and let's away to part the glories of this happy day.
Hail Caesar.
Hail Caesar.
Hail Caesar. Hail Caesar.